Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Suphanburi, and what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at a third-class royal temple. It's Lelai Worawihan. Anyway, this temple dates back to about 1186 or so. The story goes is that the king of the region here in Suphanburi, he ordered this temple to be restored. Aman was ordered to restore it, and so he came in and fixed it up. And it used to have a humongous Buddha image that was sitting out here on its own so people could see it from all around. They've since put it into a building, and they've changed the pose also. It was in the giving blessing pose, I believe, and now it's in the Palilayaka pose. It's the hand up, hand down, and the monkeys and the elephants giving it a donation. It's 23.46 meters tall or so, and we're going to go in there, look at it, and we'll look at everything else around the temple and see what we see. This is the temple grounds. So right here, this is really cool. It has a little cloister with mural paintings that go all the way around, and it's shaped like a C. It has a new building over there, has the bell tower, has a wooden building museum and a little thing dedicated to some Thai literature over that way, the monk quarters, and then like the Buddhist housing, and I think there might be like a college or something like that here also. But the highlight is inside of this building right here. That is the humongous Buddha image that we'll take a look at. Over here you can buy the amulets and make donations to the temple. And a pretty cool little chetty. And then this hall is fantastic. I think the king, it was King Katae, if I remember correctly. That was the one that ordered this temple to be restored. And then it fell into disrepair. Suphanburi was destroyed basically by the Burmese, the same as Ayutthaya. And then King Rama IV, whenever he was the crown prince, he came over here and he stayed in this area, and he found this temple, and whenever he became king, he ordered it to be restored. Yeah, you can buy the amulets here. Kind of a cool statues, and then some Chinese images here with the gate. And then over here, this is where you make merit. You come in and you can pray right here. You see everybody burning the joe sticks and the candles, and you buy the flowers over there, and then here is a huge bell. So you come over and you ring this 3 times, you whack it with this stick, and you make donations here. Yeah, this is really cool. Last time I came about 2 years ago, they were restoring on the inside of this hall. So hopefully they're done with that and we can really take a look at it. And then this is what is kind of unique. You don't see this too often. This pose here, it'll have the elephant and the monkey giving it the donations. The monkey will be giving it the honey, and then the elephant will be giving it something here. And then this is why you come. Oh, this is just absolutely colossal. So this is the main image. So it's basically 23.5 meters tall. So the Thais come here. This is a really important temple for them. And they come here and pray to make merit and all of that. And you can make donations and put the robe up on it also. I've seen that before. And so they also have the elephant right there, and then the monkey over here giving it the donation. So you see the one hand up and one hand down, and it's seated like he's on a chair, which would be more like the Western style. And check out the top knot goes way up there. Really a fantastic building. Just look at the size of those columns that holds the roof up though. And then you got the ladder over here, so when they do the ceremonies, they can climb up there. And then you have all the normal stuff here. You have the money tree, you have the donations. You can buy stuff here, make donations to the temple. And then there's a couple other images around here also. They have it blocked off so you can't get up there. But yeah, really spectacular. And on the left, they have like a mirror. They have two more of these images over here. You can see the window shutters with that black and gold lacquer and all the flower patterns on the ceiling up there. Oh, really cool. So these guys here, they made a donation to the temple, and they're going to put the robe up on it. So they have the two boys in the white that help. So everybody grabs a hold of that cloth, and then they'll pull it up to the top there. And you see they pull it over the shoulder. Yeah, so they're making some merit here. And they want to touch their head with it. A lot of times you'll see the people pray to the Buddha and they'll touch their head to like the Buddha's foot or something like that. And that's that. All right, let's go look. There's a bunch more at this temple to see. You see the imagery here on the door. And these doors are just massive. Now what's cool about this temple is it actually has a handicap accessible ramp over here. Most temples don't. They've added this since. Most temples, they have this high threshold and you're just kind of out of luck. But here they've built this to allow people to get in there. Over here, more donations, and you can buy the tiles for the roof. Yeah, really cool. So this is an Ayutthaya style building, and it's bowed in the middle like a boat, which is kind of what the styling was in the Ayutthaya era. They have a big old gong over here, and another bell, and then the monks over here giving out the blessings. And in this little building right behind is really cool. There's a small little image in there. There's a huge crowd here today. You can see he's giving out the blessing here. We got a couple little temple dogs hanging out. Let's see if we can see this inside here. Yeah, so there's the image. It's a black image. And people come here and they pray. And you see that elephant that's right there. After you pray and you ask for something, and you have to pick that up with your pinky. You pick it up, and then if you can pick up that elephant, then your wish will come true. And it has like a little sandstone Buddha image here. Yeah, kind of a neat little building. And then you have another little shrine here. And a couple of the little buffalo thing. And these people will dump the water on the tree here. And all around in here is a series of mural paintings. It's a story in Thai literature. All the Thais know this story. We'll take a look at it now. Now the murals, all the Thais learn about this epic here. This is the tale of Khun Chang and Khun Peng, I think is how you say the names. But they read all about this, and it's a fantastic little story that goes all the way around. And here's some of the characters in the epic. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting little story about Khun Chang and all of that he's like an older guy, and the other character falls in love with her, and just the whole little story here. Palilayaka marries Nang Pim. There's the whole thing, and like I said, the Thais all know about this story, but the paintings themselves are just absolutely fantastic. And it's kind of cool because there is like a little data plate here, so you can read more about it. It's in Thai, and they have it in English. Some of the English translation is quite comical. And it starts down here. Now there's a scene that I want to see that's my favorite one of these panels. We'll walk around and look at it. And here's one of the scenes here. That's where Khun Peng finds Khun Chang, or Chang, and the Wang Tong in the bed, and he's jealous. And he wants to kill Khun Chang, but this, what they call the gold child, stops him. And then the other scenes with them out in the forest. And it's pretty funny here. It's splashing around in the water, throwing water on her breasts. it's kind of a graphic little story. And they have a couple little Buddha images also scattered around in this little cloister. Well, you can see the details here. The elephants and the malutes, all the people, the swords. Oh, it's fantastic. Kumpyeong gets tossed in jail. And you can see he's got him tied up here. Over here, the execution of Wan Tong. They lopped her head off. All the people watching, and then the cremation. And they have another image over here for people to pray. And you see here, this is another one of the poses that you see, the Palilayaka pose. This is what you normally see here with the elephant and the monkey. But the one at this temple is at a much grander scale. Yeah, so this is my favorite panel right here. So here he is when he's 15, and he's sweeping the grounds at a temple in Sukhothai, and a Khmer man tunnels and pops up right here in the middle of the grounds, and he asks him some questions, and he's able to answer them. So the Khmer man gives him this gold leaf book right here that has all the Khmer teachings, and he becomes an expert in everything and learns how to become invisible and become invulnerable to weapons. That's my favorite panel here. And you just see this brilliant artwork. Okay, so let's look at the new hall, and we'll see what it looks like now. Now, built around this temple, this kind of normally you see here, they have a little market that's set up so you can come over here, buy fresh produce and snacks and stuff like that. They're selling all the fish. Oh, it's fishy smelling too. This is the new building that they're building over here. It is colossal, and it has just an incredible amount of plaster work that they're doing on the outside. And it's right next to this little building here. And I think that's on the gable up there is the seal of Rama IV. This building here is quite cool. So it may be locked up. It's been locked up every time I've been to this temple. I've never seen the inside. You can see how the little Buasima stones are constructed here. So that is the Sima stone, and then they built this with brick and mortar on the outside. Looks like it needs to be touched up. Yeah, it's locked up again today, so we won't be able to see inside. And there's the seal of Rama IV. He's one of the really important Thai kings. And we'll go inside here. What a fantastic building this is. So you can see how the stairwell is. It's set up to catch your toes on all that plasterwork, but look at this. Now this is pretty amazing. I don't really care for this styling, but the amount of work and detail is amazing. You can see all the Garuda, everything else here. It's really, really something. Let's stick our head inside. So they've been building this for years, because when I was here 2 years ago, they were not quite this far along, but they're still not finished yet. Yeah, so it's pretty raw concrete still inside. They have things hanging down for lights or whatever they're going to do. They have another one of the Palilayaka poses here, and then this is the main image inside of this hall. They have their other ones that the Thais have stuck the gold leaf on here. And the shrine. Yeah, so they'll detail all of that out. They'll do detail on everything inside of here. And they're putting marble around the base now. And then they have a monk over here, and this lady here selling the flowers and all of that. Okay, so let's go over to that little wooden house now. We'll look at it. That'll be the last thing we look here at the temple. You can see the doors are all the 3D. Yeah, really nice enough. So it's wood, and then they've painted it gold over the top of it. Another humongous gong here. It's kind of cool. They've hung the bells here now, so they'll finish those off here one of these days. Oh, there's so much to do. This hall is massive, with just an insane amount of plaster work to do. Back over that away is the monk quarters. They have a little moon drop there. And then I think you can buy some amulets in that building also. Suphanburi is famous for some powerful amulets. Now in here, this is dedicated to that same story we heard about earlier. And it also has a singer over here. This is a singer that was famous here in Thailand for singing the Luangpho To, the country music here. Kind of a cool little waterfall. And then the wooden Thai style house right back behind here. So let's take our head up in here. So you take your shoes off and then you could come up here. And there's some more of the paintings of that story that we saw the murals earlier. And there's all these side little rooms that have old pottery, old furniture, everything else in here. So you climb up in here and just give you an idea of what it looks like. This is just a little free museum that's attached to the temple. Yeah, look at that mother of pearl cabinet. And then Chinese pottery. And there's just room after room of stuff here. Check out that. That's a little stone carving that would have been on a Khmer prong. It was just sitting out here. And there's another one back behind there. Some tea kettles. Oh, and another couple little images here. Yeah, they're just random things that you'll see in these museums. You never know exactly what you'll find. Some old pottery and the Buddha fans. And another room here with more stuff. You see their shrine here. Yeah, I like places like this. You just come around. There won't be anything in English, but in this museum, there's really not anything in Thai either. You could just kind of look and appreciate what they have here. A pretty cool little house here, though. All right, let's go back over to, let's look at that moon drop, and then we'll go back over to the front of the temple. Yeah, and there's all the amulets. I don't think they let you film inside of there. I'll walk in there and take a look at it later, but there's just a bunch of amulets. And then this is the moon drop here that has the little image of a former monk here and his coffin. Yeah, so his body will be inside of there. And they got a couple pictures of him when he was the monk here, and then when he was older and in his funeral. And so the Thais will come here, leave donations, burn the joe sticks and stuff like that to him. So in here they have some old images and some old like tablets and amulets and everything. It goes back to King Rama IV. They have some really interesting images in here. You can see the styling of them. So if you want to buy some of these old amulets, you can come in and buy them. And then things that they've found all through the area. And I have a little kitty that's been following me around. What do you think, kitty kitty? Huh? Yeah, it's the temple cat. Yeah, but you can see the little tablets and everything. Yeah, really quite cool. Some of the gold leaf that they've stamped. And then a pretty interesting Buddha there. They say that's 800 years old. I think that's what that says. Yeah, really cool. Okay, that's the whole temple. We've seen pretty much everything now. All right, one last look here. That's the new building. That's the old ordination hall that we couldn't get into. Here's the cloister that has all those murals. And then you can see the top of that building that holds the humongous seated Buddha. Now what's cool is this area, there's other temples, like you see some chetties, the old city wall, the city pillar shrine and everything is just down that way. But kind of an interesting temple, that's for sure. Well, that'll finish up our video over here in Suphanburi at this Palilayaka Worawihan. This is a cool temple. I really like it. Like I said before, this is one of my favorite temples in the area. It's a third-class royal temple, so it does have the royal patronage, so it's has extra money so they can afford to renovate and keep everything looking nice. I would definitely recommend, if you're in this area, this is one place that you have to see. I think the first time I ever came over here was 2010, so I've been here many times, and it never gets old. I could come over here and see it all the time. It's really a nice temple. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and then you get to see more content like this. And if you know more about the history of it, let me know also down below. Or if you've been here, tell me your thoughts, if you like those murals or whatever kind of struck your fancy while we was here. And until next time, from over here in Suphanburi, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.